Hey guys, welcome back to another plan with me. This week I'm planning from April 1st to the 7th, and I'm using this printable kit from Apple Blossom Prints called Walking in the Rain, and I'm using it because it rained a lot again. Quite a bit happened this week, I would say, as far as things out of the norm. Some good, some bad, some very bad. But some very good. So I don't know. We're just gonna talk about it, I guess. So the first good thing that happened, if you have been watching any of my other videos, you may or may not know that I have needed work done to my car, and I still do. There's still things that have to be taken care of. Unfortunately, that's what it's like having a car from 2007. But I finally got the major issue taken care of this week. My boyfriend and our other friend, who is very strong, because that's the other thing. My car is so rusted to shit that you can't separate the parts from one another. You need muscle. You really, really do. So that was very fortunate that he helped. And he also had all of the tools that I needed and more, because the part so it was my hub bearing assembly or something, whatever it's called. And it was you ever see those videos of like a shipwreck and everything looks like calcified and like you can't tell where the parts of the ship begin or end because they're just all one? That's basically what I think it's the rotor and the hub bearing assembly became. You couldn't tell where the rust started on one part and ended. You couldn't tell. And it ended up taking like a long time, maybe 20 minutes. Not for the whole thing. The whole thing took like an hour, but probably like 20 plus minutes, multiple different tools, multiple different chisels. And keep in mind, our friend is so strong that like he'll carry like a whole couch by himself, basically. Like if you ask him to help you move, he will carry everything himself like that. So anyway, if that sort of paints a picture of how fucked my hub bearing was. But finally got it taken care of, and now I can, air quotes, safely drive my car, which has been very nice. It no longer shakes and it's no longer making that extra noise. However, it still is loud because pretty sure both of my rear wheel bearings need to be replaced as well. But the front one was like an emergency. So at least now I can drive, but we're still nowhere near done with repairs to my car, and I quite possibly need to do new brake pads, but that's simple enough. So anyway, that got taken care of, a huge relief, and I saved a ton of money. I just bought him a pizza, so that was nice because this was going to cost me a pretty penny, and the fact that I need to do two more, I would have been out probably like $2,000, and now I'll probably only be out around like $300-ish for parts. Big difference. So yeah, that was good. Some not great things happened this week. First of all, big to small, my new umbrella sucked ass. I bought a new umbrella because I walk to work and I'm just it's been raining all the fucking time, and I am so sick of having to hold my umbrella so that it doesn't turn inside out, and I'm too ashamed. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have anxiety. That's what's wrong with me. But I'm too embarrassed to carry around my like legit umbrella, that's not like compact. I don't know why. I'm embarrassed to hold it in public. So, and the collapsible umbrellas, they always just flip inside out. They suck. So I got one that was supposed to be windproof, like 100% windproof. That fucking thing turned inside out the first time I opened it, and it wasn't even windy. And then at that point, I was running late. I didn't have time to like swap it out. It turned inside out another 2 times on my walk to work. It was terrible. So yeah, that shit went back. That's like, I'm so sick of the fact that like companies can just put whatever the hell they want on their product, and it's like not true. It's not true. It's not true at all. 100% windproof my fucking ass. So anyway, that sucked because it did rain a lot this week, and I was really hoping that umbrella would work out. Did not. Also, my garbage disposal broke this week. If you remember from a previous video, my kitchen sink had just like stopped draining, and a plumber came and fixed it. But did he? Because why the hell did my garbage disposal stop working? Because I don't even put anything down my garbage disposal. I just run it after I like rinse dishes off just so that, it doesn't smell. So that was fun. And then another thing that happened this week was I was contacted by a recruiter, and normally I think those are scams. This one was sort of a scam, but not really. She is a real recruiter, and she's actually... she knows a recruiter I spoke to when I was trying to work for Burlington. So I was like pretty convinced that she was a real person, and she is. So at least there's that. But the job that she recruited me for, she sent me the info, and it said that like the salary was from like the low end of 65 and then the high end to 85. And I was like, well, that's too good to be true. It's another sales job, and I hate sales, but for that amount of money, and it's 100% remote, like beggars can't be choosers. And I am definitely a beggar. So I was like, fine. She told me that I just have to like, go to like an informational session. And I'm like, okay, well, that's sketchy as fuck, but I'll do it because I have to just see, I have to know. And I'm just going to tell you right now, it was 100% commission. And I think 100% commission jobs should not be allowed to put a fucking salary range. It should say 0 plus commission. And then you can give a general idea of what the commission might be. But don't you dare tell me that it pays 65 to 85, because it doesn't. It doesn't. It pays 0, you bitch. So anyway, that was a no. I wasted my time, but you know what? I'm glad I did it just because like I need to make moves. I need to do things because I'm desperate to make more money and not go into an office. That's just my life's goal at this point. I just want to stay home but make money at the same time. Is that too much to ask? Apparently, yes. And then also this week, there was an earthquake. It was in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, and I felt it big time. My cats felt it, but they were fine. And I could even see like my water bottle wobbling on the table, almost falling down. Like I knew it wasn't normal, but you never think earthquake where I live. That's not your first thought. And my building's very old, and it shakes when like the big dump trucks drive by. So I was like, maybe they're doing some construction or something. And my boyfriend actually thought the same thing. He was at the dentist in the dentist chair, and he like felt everything shake, and he was like, oh, I guess they're doing underground construction. Like, that's just what you think. No, it was an earthquake. So that was kind of cool. Luckily, nothing bad happened, which is why it's cool. And then the other thing that happened this week was I quite possibly had the worst Sunday scaries I've had in a really long time. Also, by the way, someone recently was like, oh yeah, I used to have that when I was in middle school. Not to say that you're like a child, and I'm like, okay, stop trying to commiserate with me. The last time you had the Sunday scaries was in middle school. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, they were really bad this week because I had to be at a 7 a.m. Well, I mean, at home. It was virtual via Zoom. A 7 a.m. meeting on Monday, which just ruined my Sunday, if you could imagine. That should be illegal. But my company is European, so it's on their time. Because it was the whole ass company. At least I wasn't the guy in China who had to log on at 7 p.m. That would have pissed me off real bad. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything that happened this week. So, and if you are noticing that there's no deco up top, don't worry. It comes. It comes at the end. I don't know why I forgot it. I just did. And also, you'll see right here, I didn't have enough to fill all 3 boxes. And so, I don't know. You see. I just cut the full box down a little bit to give myself some extra space. But anyway, moving into Monday, the first thing I marked was that I worked from home like I do every single fucking Monday. I'm like about to start skipping Monday. And I used a Munchkin on their laptop in bed from Once More with Love. I washed my blanket that I lay on top of my comforter. I honestly just do that for the cats. So I had to wash that. And oh my gosh, I want to say, you know what? I don't want to say because I can't remember where these sheets are from. But I will look if you are curious. With this laundry sticker from, I think, Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I did the rest of my laundry. I decided that that deserved its own sticker. Then with this sticker from some shop or printable shop, I don't know, I marked that I pulled for a spread. Then with this vacuum from, I think, Paper Crown Printables, I think that's what it's called, I marked that I vacuumed. Shocking. Then with this sticker that I think came from the kit, this shopping sticker, I marked that I just put all my stuff away. I had a ton of stuff from the weekend that needed to be put away when I got home in the morning. With this Power Walking Munchkin, I marked that I did a workout. Then with this tiny Instagram icon that I got from some kit that I can't remember, maybe a Pink Diamond Planner Co., maybe? Anyway, I marked that I created an Instagram post for my boyfriend's company Instagram because he runs it and he just is intimidated by adding text to photo, I guess. And then with the Munchkin watching TV and a planner that I believe came with the kit, I marked that I planned while watching a movie, and I can't remember what the movie was. It was like a random Tubi movie because that's the only streaming service I have, and I watch stuff on my iPad while I plan. So it was just kind of my only option, but I don't remember what it was. Love Tubi, by the way. And then the final thing for Monday was that I read, and I could not tell you where these books came from. Probably a freebie, probably Scribble Prints Co. Moving on to Tuesday, the first thing I marked was that it rained all day. Of course it did. And this is the day that my umbrella flipped inside out 3 fucking times, and it would have done it more, but I held it to my head. I could barely see where I was going. I'm just happy I didn't get hit by a car. And this umbrella is from Stella Bow Sticker Co. Then with this meeting sticker from the Coffee Monsters Co., I marked that my boss was back in the office, which, I just hate seeing people at work. She had been gone for 3 months at her second home, fancy pants, but she came back this day. And then I was just in a bad mood, just over some stupid shit that I'm not going to talk about, but it's really not that interesting. Anyway, I used this like eye roll Munchkin to mark that because, again, it wasn't like a big deal. I was just annoyed about stuff involving bananas, don't ask. Then with this planner that I've had left over, I think this came with a kit from maybe like Planet Fancy even. Like, I think this shop is either closed or I don't know, but I've had this for a very long time. I marked that I filled my spread and then did a voiceover for a video. With this Manic Panic sticker from leftover from a kit, I marked that I bleached Joe's hair. Then while we were doing that, we watched this awful show called From Couple to Thruple. It just made me way too uncomfortable. I'm just very sensitive to stuff like that. Like, maybe I'll go back and try to watch it, but I'll probably like cringe the whole way. It's just, ugh. If you're in a throuple, like, that's amazing for you. I'm just way too jealous and I don't share. I'm very territorial. So like watching all these people willingly share just like, whew, it makes me like put myself in that situation and then I get upset for no, you know, like when you hurt your own feelings. So I can't watch that show. Then with this Meltdown Munchkin, that sticker's from Olive Studio. With the Meltdown Munchkin, I marked that this is when the disposal stopped working, and it stopped working after Joe left, so he couldn't help me with it. So I just went to bed. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. So I got into bed and I read, and again, this is a printable sticker from, I want to say, Paper Crown Printables. I'm going with that for now. Moving on to Wednesday, the first thing I marked was that I did the litter in the morning. I love it when I'm able to do this because it is so nice once I get home that I don't have to go back outside. And I know that sounds ridiculously lazy, and like it is, but I not only have to go outside, I have to walk down the block to throw it away because with this building, there's nowhere to put garbage cans. And I had a garbage can when I first moved in. It was stolen the first night. My neighbor has had two, and they were stolen immediately. It's just... Anyway, so in my defense, like, yeah, it's pathetic that I don't want to go back outside once I'm home, but it's kind of a trek just to throw out cat poop. Anyway, the point is I did it in the morning, which is just such a nice feeling when I get home and I don't have to take it out. Then I marked that it was pouring rain, and I used one of my other shitty umbrellas, but 10 times better than that thing. And this umbrella I've had since high school, so really don't make stuff like they used to, do they? And I used a Munchkin in the pouring rain to mark that. Then with this laptop, I think from the kit, I marked that I went to work, obviously, hence the pouring rain and umbrella. Then I marked that Joe picked me up because it was like sideways sheets of rain. And so by 4:30, it had not let up. It was like ridiculous. Like, I don't think I would have been able to walk home without being drenched and like everything in my backpack getting drenched. So he came to pick me up. And unfortunately, it stopped raining once he got there. It had been raining all day, storming. Because I'll walk home in the rain. I don't care about that. But it was like I said, sheets of rain until he came. And I'm only saying it's unfortunate because he got stuck in so much, if you can imagine, so much rush hour traffic. It actually took twice, almost, I shouldn't exaggerate, but almost twice as long for me to get home than it would have if I just walked. It was funny. We were almost at my street and he's like, it probably would have been faster if you walked. I was like, oh yeah, I would have been home 20 minutes ago. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. But still, I appreciated him coming to get me. It just sucked for both of us because then it wasn't even raining. So he went through all that for nothing and I got home late for nothing. But we did get $1 Wendy's burgers. So at least there's that. And I marked him picking me up with a Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, and then the burger is Once More with Love. And then bonus Jonas, he came over with a tool. Actually, that's what happened. I think maybe no, I think he was gone. Doesn't matter. The point is he came over with a tool for me because my apartment doesn't have it, and it's supposed to come with every garbage disposal. It's like a key that you put in the bottom, and it looks like one of those like a hex key or something. I think that's what it's called, but a big one. So he brought one over for me, and I'm going to call it semi-fixed the garbage disposal because it's still on its last legs, but it works. And it hasn't stopped working since this day, and it's currently May 6th. But if it does stop working, I have the tool to get it going again. So I just want to keep this going for as long as possible because I really don't want to have another guy come in my apartment and make a mess. Then with these, and the emoji head is the Coffee Monsters Co. And then the wrench or whatever kind of tool that is Scribble Prints Co. With Munchkins watching TV, I marked that we watched an episode of The Traitors, and then he left and I did my workout. And again, this is from Paper Crown Printables. The final thing with this little planner, I marked that I planned, and this planner is from Paper Plans, I think. Moving on to Thursday, the first thing I marked with this Murdoch Talks desk was that I was in office, and on my break, I went to mail back those incorrect items that PacSun had sent me instead of my jeans. So I sent those back, and then I also returned that shitty-ass umbrella this day. And then, I think this is from the kit, this sweater pile. And funny, this is the color of the hideous sweatshirt they sent me that I did not buy. So had to use that. Then with a storm cloud from Stella Bow Sticker Co., I marked that it rained again. So fun. With a procrastinating munchkin, I marked that I did procrastinate. I just laid on my bed and stared at the ceiling because I really didn't want to do anything, mainly because I had no energy. I was just drained. But I did eventually get up and force myself to work out. And I had to use this Jazzercise Munchkin. I got these as a freebie, and it's kind of hard to go through them because I will never do Jazzercise. I guess never say never. I will never do Jazzercise like 40 times to use up these stickers, but these colors worked so well with this kit, so I used her to mark my workout. Then with this snack sticker from Sticky Perks, I marked that I ate a bunch of snacks, so that was like not the best, but whatever. Then I did a bunch of planner things. I filled my spread, I did a voiceover, and I pulled for my next spread. And I've been hoarding this Munchkin because I got it on a variety sheet, and I want an entire sheet of this Munchkin planning. But, I mean, what the hell's the point of hoarding the sticker, right? So there it is. Then with an emoji on a couch, I marked that I watched that movie, Anyone But You, with Sydney Sweeney and that guy. It was entertaining. Obviously, it wasn't good, but it was entertaining. So I'm happy I watched it. I enjoyed myself, and that's really all that matters. And then the final thing for Thursday with this sticker that I have no idea where I got it from, I marked that I read. Moving on to Friday, the first thing I marked with some bunny slippers from the kit was that I slept in. And then I had to schedule the overview informational webinar thing for that stupid job. And I used a nervous emoji from the job application sheet, actually. And the thing is, they didn't say until after you scheduled it that your webcam would be off and you wouldn't have to speak and you would just type your questions. And so there was really no reason to be nervous. But I was, because I didn't know that. Then with this question mark Munchkin, I marked the earthquake that happened. And then under that, with a GP Studio sneaker, I marked that I did a legs workout. Terrible, absolutely terrible, hated it. With the Sex and the City TV from Sticky Perks, I marked that I watched Sex and the City and pulled stickers. With a Munchkin, I marked that I was so tired that I felt nauseated. I felt like I was going to throw up. So I took a 45-minute nap after work, which I don't like doing on a Friday because what's the point of getting off work at 3 p.m. if you're not going to use that time? But I needed the sleep. So I guess technically I used the time. With a cat, what is this, cat lady? I think it's a cat lady emoji. I marked that I took care of the cats. Then I went over to Joe's and we got French fries. I think all I got was French fries. That's what I ate for dinner. I don't know. I wasn't very hungry. And this French fry sticker is from Carly Plans. Then with a YouTube laptop that came with the kit, I believe, I marked that we watched Traders. And then the final thing with this bleach sticker or hair dye sticker, whatever, from Scribble Prints Co., I marked that I bleached Joe's hair again and toned it. Moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked with stickers and cupcakes. Is that what this is called? Anyway, with this Red Bull sticker, I marked that I had my Red Bull, which is a very enjoyable thing on Saturday. I either look at my phone or look at my phone and drink my Red Bull. It's very nice. With a FaceTime Coffee Monsters Co. sticker, I marked that I did the job webinar thing. There was an option to do it on a Saturday, which was sus to me because what legitimate job does anything on a Saturday other than retail and shit, but you know what I mean? No. So, and then I found out halfway through the webinar that it was commission, and it's a shame because they even have a building in Philadelphia that you can go to if you want. I would never fucking go, but they're a local company and they would still let you work remote, but, and they had benefits, but no pay, so no. So I just shut it off. The second I found out that there was no base pay, I shut that shit off, and I used a Munchkin for that. With a Munchkin mechanic, I think. It kind of looks like it's holding a horseshoe. Anyway, I marked that Joe and our friend Jerry changed I wrote rotor. Don't ask me why. I've already changed those. The hub bearing assembly. And I feel bad. It was actually really cold this day. It said it was 50. It felt like it was 30. Then after that, of course, I bought us all pizza, and I used an Olive Studio sticker for that. And then the final thing with, I think this is Fox and Pip, this Netflix and Chill sticker, I marked that we finally watched Oppenheimer, and we had to start it over. because I wasn't paying attention the first time. So this time I paid attention and I liked it. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Finally, sorry, Janet started talking. Oh my God, she does this thing now. Because after my shower, I don't immediately sorry, this is like, I'm going off on a tangent, but after my shower, I don't immediately put my dirty clothes in my hamper. It's not even a hamper, it's like a laundry sack. But anyway, she's started using my dirty clothes to bury her food. Anyway, it's adorable, but like, I kind of don't really want her putting my clothing in her food. It's dry food, but still. Anyway, sorry, back on topic. Sunday, the first thing I marked with an emoji drinking a Red Bull was that I had my Red Bull, and it was finally a nice sunny day. This whole week had been disgusting, and even though it didn't rain on Saturday, it was cloudy and cold and windy and miserable. So it was really nice that it was sunny, and that's, of course, a munchkin from Once More With Love. With a shopping bag from the kit, I marked that we ran some errands, and then I was bad and I bought candy. Oh, well. It's those Sour Punch Bites, the all red flavors. Oh my God, I love those. So I just saw them and I bought them, whatever. I used a candy emoji for that. With an Aldi bag from Sticky Perks, I marked that we went to Aldi. And then with an alarm clock from the kit, I marked that everything took so long. I kind of wanted to like rush through things since I had to go home this night. I guess I didn't technically have to, but it was either wake up at 6:30 in the morning or 6:15 in the morning, really, and rush home and hope to get a parking spot. There would be no parking too, because that's too early for people to have already left to go to work. So it just didn't make sense. So I knew I had to go home. I was stressed out about the parking situation, and I don't know, errands were taking too long. It ended up being fine, but I was like getting really worried. Then with a sad emoji, I marked that I almost cried about the parking. Like, that's how anxious I get about not knowing if I'll have parking at my apartment, because I've said this a million times. I have multiple times driven around at night for 30 solid minutes looking for a spot, and then ending up getting a spot on like a scary street, and then like basically running home trying not to get mugged. Like, Anyway, I found a spot, and I used this. This car might have come with this kit, but it's the same car that a lot of shops have. But I think it's from this kit. If not, it's a really good color match. But I found an okay spot. It was just like around the corner, like half a block away. So I only had to walk like a block and a half total to get to my apartment. So it wasn't too scary. And then the final thing, no, that's a lie, not the final thing. The second to final thing was that I read, and this book is also from that printable shop, Paper Crown Printables. And the final thing for Sunday with this sad munchkin clutching a pillow was that I tossed and turned all night because I was just dreading this stupid meeting that's a waste of everybody's time. But anyway, that's everything. You can see that I'm doing the deco up top. I'm probably going to cut this because I don't think I have enough shit to talk about while I put the rest of this crap down. So yeah, we're just going to skip it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. We're catching up. This is very exciting. I was just pulling stickers today and I was like, wow, I actually remember this happening recently. Like, that's wild. I have not remembered shit that I'm pulling in a very long time. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.